people. Welcome to another vlog with Dr. Eve. Hope all is well. Welcome to the space where we talk about all things well-being and building a strong home economy from the soil up. I was sitting here working on my labels for some dehydrated apples that I did last night, and I got to thinking, which one's better, dehydrated or freeze-dried? Which one is better? So, since I am a pro at freeze drying and I'm just getting started with dehydrating, I am testing things to see what I like best, with the goal that I have to stop eating potato chips because why would I keep eating them when I can freeze dry some healthy snacks, right? And how does that fit before my budget? I'm thinking about all the dynamics, you guys, because we growing our own economy over here, right? And the only way you have strong home economics is that you have to do more things at home, right? So I am putting some labels on some dehydrated apples that I did last night rather. And what do I have to say about them? Well, first of all, I've never dehydrated apples, so I know that they can be done. And I went to the supermarket today and I was like, let me see if they have these apples dehydrated and how much it costs. And what I did find was both of them at $5 per bag. Now, how much can we get some apples for and how much can we create from them? So with four apples I peeled yesterday, I have 5 bags. Now you do the math. Now we usually get, when in an apple bag, you usually get about maybe 10 apples. Depends, right? But I have 5 healthy snacks, 5 bags, probably 2 servings each. Or maybe one, because an apple is a serving, right? 1 serving. But so you have 5 servings of apples. Now I priced this in the store today, and they were snack bags of apples were $5. Now dehydrated, this is what they look like dehydrated, right? I have not tried these in the freeze dryer yet, so I will be trying them in the freeze dryer. But I do like them dehydrated. Once you get started, for one, they're kind of chewy, but that's okay. The nutrients are still there. They aren't crispy, but once you get to chewing them, you'll taste the apple. You're like, okay, I can do that. It breaks down really easily, and it tastes like apple, and it's a great snack. So we have a whole 1 serving size of apples for snack bag, dehydrated. No additives, no coloring, none of no toxins, none of that. And one of these is $5 in the market. And I have managed to dehydrate my own. Now, what I also saw was the apple crisp. Now, the apple crisps were the ones that were freeze-dried. So we're going to have to try the ones that freeze-dry, and I'm going to have to get back to you. But what I am doing with the dehydrated ones is exactly what I do with the freeze-dried. I'm putting them in Mylar bags. I've also added, hi there, I've also added a oxygen absorber, right? To make sure welcome to the live Fast and Furious, I guess. Okay, bye. So then we have dehydrated apples, and I'll seal this in a Mylar bag. You know what happens, that Mylar bags can keep your food Thank you. Your Mylar bags can keep your food up to 15 to 20 years. So just keep that in mind. These are dehydrated. What I will later do is seal the bag so that we have absolutely no air, no possibility for air. And we have a nice, neat snack for traveling, for ever how long you want to have it. Okay? Now, how does that measure up to the freeze dried? So I have freeze dried some fruits, and one of those is strawberries. You are actually leaning on the jar of strawberries, but we're going to open it and I want to show you the difference. Now, this is a freeze dried strawberry. So I love potato chips. I think the best way for me to not buy potato chips is to find the crunch. I think it's really all about the crunch, right? So this is a freeze-dried strawberry. It's very sweet and it's very crunchy. So hear the difference. You heard that. You couldn't hear me really chewing much, but listen to this. Very crunchy. So it's very crisp, right? It's very, very crisp. So you can make healthy snacks for you and your family. You can either use dehydrated method or you can use the freeze drying method. I use both. Which one do I love the most? I love freeze drying. I love freeze drying, and as a matter of fact, I went to the market today to get some green beans, some what is that? Butternut squash, some carrots, and I'm going to freeze dry those for giveaway in pantry as a healthy snack, something to add a healthy snack versus, eating a potato chip. So, what if you had healthy, snackable vegetables that you could eat? Would you change your habits? I have. So, I think it's a really good thing for us to begin to think about. Now, I purchased both the dehydrator, which was maybe a little over 150. It's a Kasori, and then I have a freeze dryer that our business invested in. That was almost $2,000, but maybe I've got my money back because when I think about the weight of the world right now and how important it was for me to start preserving a year ago, it's wowed me. It's wowed me to know that the direction I was going in was the right direction, and that was to prepare for what was coming, prepare a pantry for our family and also for our community. So again, these are the dehydrated apples. They are very good. I'm going to try the crisp and I'll let you know how they are. But this bag is exactly sealed and it has an oxygen absorber in there. I just wanted to make sure the oxygen absorber was in there. And then you want to make sure you label so you know the date of your food product, right? So that's what we're doing tonight. And I wanted to hop on real quick. I had just did a roast this morning. So the roast is in this bag. So we're labeling all the things we did today. This is that time of year when you look at things that are on sale, things that are in season, and you want to purchase and eat with the season. Many people have this mindset of, I have to have this type of food. This is what I buy when I go to market. This is what I eat on Mondays or Tuesdays or Wednesdays. But at the bottom line is, the best way to eat is with the season. If the season says it's pumpkin season, then buy plenty of pumpkins. Preserve them. Make lots of them. pumpkin soup, pumpkin pie, pumpkin bread, pumpkin. Okay. That is what needs to happen. We need to have a different mindset around food and the foods that we're going to purchase. Okay? So that is my thought for today, which is why that roast is here. There was this really nice roast. It was on sale, and I said, well, give it here. I don't want to eat it right now, but it's on sale. So we're getting this roast, and we are going to put it in our slow cooker, cook it up with all them good juices, and then we are going to bag it up. What does it look like when it comes out of the freeze dryer? It's dry. It's literally dry. If I wanted to, and I felt like I needed something crunchy, I could go right here in this bag, and I could say, okay, I want a roast snack. I want a roast for snack. But this is the serving size that I've done, and I've got 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bags of roast. Now this is what the roast looks like, okay? No, actually, that might be the onion. This is one of the onion that was in there. That's the onion. Oh, I can make, oh my goodness. I can make onion rings. Yo, I'm tickled because that was so good. All right, so the beef is shredded. All right, it was shredded and dried, and you reconstitute it. If you want it to be like it was, you reconstitute it in warm water because it was a warm food. And you put it in warm water and let it warm over, and it'll come back to its natural state. But if I eat it dry, there's no difference, except it's crunchy. So I can choose to eat it dry, or I can reconstitute it. But for me, it reconstitutes the moment that I put it into my mouth because it mixes with my saliva. Okay? So I've already filled this bag. This is a roast. This is roast. And it tastes so good. It tastes all the seasonings, onions and garlic and all the seasonings. And we're also going to put our label on this. This is roast. And we're going to seal these up and put them away into the pantry. This is roast, and it was completed on 11/25. So that's really what this is all about, everyone. I encourage you to think smart in this season. Get ahead. There's a lot going on. There is literally 70 days before another budget decision is made. We have to spend our money smart at this point because we do not want to face another food drought or that a family food drought because we did not prepare. Okay? So, you're building a strong home economy, build home economics and put those home economic rules in place, and let's make strong home economies. All right? I'm Dr. Eve, and over here we talk about all things living well and building a strong home economy. I hope you enjoyed the video, and it's